And we're live. Hi everyone, this is amateurgamer, and now we return to Beyond All Reason Cast, and now we're once again on Comet Catcher Remake version 1.8, another 3v3. On the left, we have yellow X418222N. I represent something, but I'm not smart enough to figure that out. Broadcast TV. Why do I feel like I always have... By the way, I don't stalk, okay? I pick games randomly, and sometimes there just seems more real as orange. Yeah, red is Broadcast TV. Maybe Broadcast TV just hosts a lot of games. Stardome as blue on the right side. Cheeseman 2015 as green. And then teal is Irish Stud 14. Alright, we have seen this map before where you have your nice little corner. I wouldn't even say there are 3 lanes. So seeing the deployment of the 3 teams is interesting. Because if you remember the last time we casted, we have 1 player up top, 1 middle, 1 bot. And the opponent basically mirrored that more or less. But here we kind of have we're gonna have like 2 in the center and then 1 in the corner, opposite corners. So anyways, we have very standard starts. Yeah, the distance from the metal extraction sites do make a big difference. So we're already seeing bot lab and a vehicle lab. We're not seeing any labs here. We have a vehicle lab and oh dear. I don't know, from first glance, right side might have the advantage given that they already have 2 of their labs / plants ready. That is a very greedy play. Yeah, I was like, are they not gonna go for any units? But I guess if you play on these maps often enough, you kind of know the timing of everything. We do see how some light scale vehicles, some rovers coming out of teal. We see construction bots for blue. One of them is helping getting another construction bot out. So we're gonna see if there will be any early ratings that might. So earlier I did say that I'm surprised yellow is not going for any units. That is quite interesting. Did anything happen to the raids? I wasn't paying attention. Are there any wrecks? If there has, I hear some combat. Oh yeah, like these metal extractors are basically very vulnerable. Red's rover are pursuing teal's rovers. There are some exchanges. And I think that was red. I think those was red. So red did lose some metal extractors. Nothing serious. They are slowing down their economy. So like even these raids, which seems like it's you definitely don't want to lose. Oh yeah, losing construction bots or vehicle this early on is it's quite a it's quite a loss because it just takes so long to produce them early on. And I don't see any other harassment elsewhere. So yellow must have... Wait, what? I'm not getting confused, right? Am I going crazy? I think I'm going... Unless I'm confusing the colors. Because I don't see vehicle plant for yellow. And right now, red seems to be happy to just expand northwards. Is yellow just supporting red? I mean, I can't comment because I haven't seen this before. But anyways, at the moment, I don't think, like, going for tier 2 would be so greedy when it's 3v3 and everybody needs to chip in. But do you have some blitzes around here? So the question is, can they... which side can have a more favorable engagement? Blue is sending in some grunts. Man, losing all of these construction vehicles is gonna be painful. And yeah, having radar doesn't help if you don't have the units. And currently it does feel like the right side has a numbers advantage. At least it feels like they have a... I don't know if they actually have a numbers advantage, but it definitely feels... Oh, I see. Okay, that's why. Yeah, red is producing units and transferring control over to yellow. Yeah, I was like, I don't see yellow producing, like... Yeah, I was so confused. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So maybe yellow is just helping produce stuff and then just have their commander be idle while red is expanding, and then yellow could just focus on the units. I guess it is a strategy. But currently all of these construction vehicles that are lost, it's a lot. Like it's not a tiny amount. And yeah, if yellow can catch the enemy unaware, I mean they have numbers. I think they could actually do some damage around here. It's just a question of how aggressive they're willing to be. So getting surrounded is probably not a good idea. Blue is still steadily pushing forward. Orange is also taking the halfway mark. Teal is like, I'm just gonna push really far forward. Maybe just to have a better positioning in this region. Which makes sense, right? If you can contain the enemy, but also remember that the enemy generally can reinforce faster if it's closer to their side. So currently we have some engagements. I think the main engagement is here, where yellow is like, you're way too close. And yeah, teal does have some units. It's also interesting seeing those wrecks kind of shielding some of the attacks. So red is... yeah, red is just building up. Yeah, this is a very interesting strategy where you have one player who builds up and the other player micro. So I guess if you're just bad at multitasking, this is a good strategy. We're gonna see engagement. I mean, the range is not that long, 180. So if you could pick up... yeah, I was like, if you could pick up units here and there, I guess it's not bad. But yeah, this is a lot of harassment from either side. And it's a little hard to tell how things are going. Like, I think ultimately I'm gonna learn something about whether or not having an ally who doesn't produce anything and just mostly micro, if that does any good. Now Teal have to be careful, because yes, Teal does have these units, but if they get taken out, their commander is very far from being safe. I feel like red and yellow, their commanders are playing it safer. Orange is... and also arm metal extractor. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get anything there. Is blue making a big push? It's possible. Yeah, these stouts without proper support aren't gonna do as well. And it looks like blue is trying to... Wait, what? Why are they already saying GG? I'm so confused. Is it already over? What happened to their units? Did they just lose much of their units already? I mean, if yellow gave up, yeah, they're not gonna be able to defend this. I just don't know why they already said GG. It's like they kind of just given up. They have these units that could be used to defend. I mean, maybe a core group that got picked off. They're like, yeah, we can't come back from this. I was just very confused seeing how essentially yellow just didn't produce anything at that point. That was kind of a letdown. That was definitely a letdown. But yeah, blue did a good job just kind of carving in. Like overall, when you look at map control, it's definitely the right side, right? You have teal here, blue here, orange tried to push out. I do think yellow not doing much here probably didn't help. I don't know if like red and yellow knew each other, but it just felt really out of place. Because that's kind of what it felt like. Like unless you know that player, you won't have those strategies. Or maybe, I guess there might have been something in the chat that I didn't pay attention to. But yeah, ultimately, especially when three, like, maybe, no, you still want to build your own bases. Especially when you want to get map control. Poor orange is like, what can orange do? Orange is trying. There's that. But yeah, there's... Once two of your allies have given up, like, I can definitely tell from experience that if you play team games and your allies say GG, it's pretty demoralizing. Especially when there's a 3v3 where you're losing like 67% of your combat force. The orange commander should be going down and then it should be just about over. I mean, orange is doing well, holding out for as long as they can. But yeah, the fact that yellow wasn't able to give presents, and honestly, teal did a very good read on that, right? Because what teal did was like, oh look, yellow is not expanding outwards. I could be more aggressive, set up a forward position, and then from here, find an opening and break in, right? Because while having forward position is risky, at the same time, it allows your units to fall back and have support so that you could turn a close or unfavorable engagement to something that would be a lot more favorable. And that might... Ultimately, I think it's just blue picked up some units. Yellow and orange kind of just gave up. And yes, blue found an opening, pushed through, destroyed much of the production, much of the enemy units. I feel like I've seen Stardome before, but yeah. Doing everything. Yeah, because of blue basically destroy every base. At that point, it was just cleaning up orange. So yeah, not sure what to take from that game. It's a little odd, but like I said, I pick random games, so I don't know what I expect, and you'll see these kind of games from time to time. But anyways, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have a good one.